What is up, everybody? Welcome to Sandlot Gaming and Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition. We're rolling through the Tomb of Annihilation module. This is our 37th session in this module. We are a bunch of noobs, so it's taken us a while, but where we are, we have made it to the Tomb of the Nine Gods, which is like the end game deal. We are on the second level of that particular tomb. We last week, 2 weeks ago, we ended up splitting the party, got a little lost, ran into some trouble, but managed to get through it, and then found each other again. Worked our way through a secret doorway and found a bunch of trolls that we were fighting, and we are kind of mid-fight, I think, is where we're going to pick up this week. So let's jump into the chat and see what's going
on. No, never.
Nailed it.
Nice, I like that one. To piss Hillers off, Hillers, what you can't see is we are sharing beers right now.
Dude, this is like my go-to, just IPA to have on.
And once again, I can see everybody.
Nick doesn't like it much.
Yeah, I can't see Troy this week. Hang on, let me try to reconnect.
Troy, I can see everybody.
I can see everybody but Mike.
I can see everyone.
Months.
Oh, he just went dark.
Hang on, I'm coming back.
He hit reconnect.
I'm coming back. Back and better than ever.
I was about to take a screen grab to share for posterity, and you went dark.
By the way, we are good to go. We are recording. So.
Okay, cool.
Whenever Michelle gets home, I'll be offline for about 5 minutes and then back on.
Okay, no worries. All right.
You're off the team.
Let's see.
You need me.
Andy, do you want to give us a recap for last week? I think it's been a while since you did a recap.
Oh God, what did we do last week?
We were reunited, and it feels so good.
Yeah, we went to the side. We decided to, open up the map. That would be helpful. Okay. Yes. Now I remember. Thank you. Once leaving the crypt, and after we met due to a chance spotting of some doorways, we went back to the main room and headed west, to which we found a pool of water, which Jingle will.
Forgot about the genie.
We did find the genie. After some discussion, we decided to break the genie out, and she did grant us with some golden wares. And after we decided we needed to finally go do something, we decided to go stare into a pool of water.
You forgot about your jewel.
All right, I got the jewel last. The thing from the god.
Necklace. The necklace. You got the amulet last week, I think.
Yes. I didn't know if that happened last week or the end of the week before. Made over the pool. We watched the pool. We saw through the eyes of some form of guardian in the area, until we were either spotted or something happened that he climbed through the water. We attacked in a very small location, very tight confined spaces. And after looking back again and not wanting to attempt another one coming through, we continued down the hall after we found another doorway to a staircase. When entering inside, there was 4 dwarves, I want to say.
Yeah.
Some number of dwarves and
What's
enemies.
the term for a pack of dwarves?
Great. And another one of the guardians, which it appeared like, I believe they were bringing them to life here, or creating them here, or working on one here. And we dispatched them.
We think.
We hope.
Mostly Nick dispatched them.
We are tired and we would like a nap.
Yeah.
So tired. So very tired.
All right.
Mostly Jeremy dispatched them, but
Yeah, he,
Hey! There was a firewall involved. I think we all.
Oh, that's
appreciated-
right. There was. That was cool.
the CC with this party has been pretty strong.
With CC.
Crowd control.
Oh yes.
With,
And we also
yeah.
discovered that hailstorms, or what were you casting that gives gives
Lightning reinvigorates the Guardians.
Oh right. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Pro tip: don't electrocute the Guardians.
That was my bad.
If
You know,
Iron
Ice Storm creates
Ice Storm is rough.
difficult
It gives,
terrain.
I
All right,
thought that was
so-
hilarious.
So you've got the corpses of the 5 tomb dwarves laying at your feet, as well as the rusted armor of the tomb guardian. As you look around the room, you see old wooden benches and shelves. You see every surface nearby is covered with gears, chains, trap components, and cages. Kind of line the shelves toward the top of the ceiling, and the cages are filled with live rats. You see lit iron braziers hanging by chains from the ceilings, and at the northern wall, a stepped dais with a bulky Iron Maiden-like contraption with steaming pistons and bubbling vats of blood connected to it. The Iron Maiden is currently open.
I'd like to
You guys
investigate that
inside?
mechanism.
Okay, so Ketchum, you move up to the north. You take a look. You can see inside of that Iron Maiden-like contraption there are needles. You know, there are the spikes that you would expect from an Iron Maiden, but there are also some strange needles that are leading to thin tubes. There's blood, like dried blood and just bits of flesh, like still embedded and caked onto the edges of the Iron Maiden and the spikes that are poking in. And you see kind of it's quite rusted with age. It looks like whatever it is, it's been here for a very long time. This is the contraption that you saw the Tomb Guardian step out of.
Where are the rats?
The rats are all along the ceiling. You probably see over a dozen of these cages. They're like these shelves, probably about 8 feet up, lining the sides of the room.
The rats are alive.
They appear to be moving. Yeah.
Is there any
So-
ooze around?
Ooze? No ooze per se.
Thank God.
Can I ask real quick what time it is?
Yeah, let's call it close to dinner time.
Nighttime.
It's probably like 6
gotta be
6
nighttime.
o'clock.
Sorry,
Okay,
Andrew.
I'd
Andrew,
like
you were
to-
doing something. Man.
I just want to cast my Pearl of Power on this day before the day is done.
Okay.
I can post that for you.
Okay.
I'm hoping this is pre-dawn.
Yes, this is
Okay.
pre-dawn. Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't like a thing about this mechanism. I'd like to start smashing up its components.
Okay. So,
We put you in it first.
Put Orvex in it.
so you're able to kind of pull some of the tubing out and connect it. You see, it's just splurts of blood start to come out of those tubes.
Yeah. Smash up the blood banks, break the hinges, like just
All right,
disable
yeah.
it altogether.
You spend about 5 to 10 minutes really breaking it good, and it is
That's
by
cathartic.
the end of that time, it is destroyed.
Oh boy. Can I investigate these rats?
Sure, yeah. You go ahead and roll an investigation check. Okay. So you pull one of the little cages down off of the shelf, and you take a look, and it's a medium-sized rat. It's probably 7 inches or so long. It looks it's black hair, pretty furry. It's clearly a little scared of you, but otherwise looks like a pretty normal rat.
Doesn't look like it's undead, does it?
Do they look healthy?
They don't look particularly robust, but they don't look undead. They look like they are normal creatures. They're a little emaciated, but
Ah, it's dinner, boys. We eat these on the ship all the time. Grab one to go.
What do you know about boats again?
You saw one once. Not painting.
Ever heard of shipwrats? That's how you get rid of them.
Yeah, so they're in cages, huh?
Yeah, little small cages, like individual cages.
So like we could take a couple with us if we wanted.
You could.
I'd like to take a couple with us just for shits and giggles.
Dinner.
Okay.
Maybe
They're
like a canary in the doom mine.
yeah, they have these little little carrying handles at the top. You could probably lash some of those up to hang them from your pack or something.
All right.
Let's throw them at our
like
enemy.
2 rats, I think.
Sure.
Or how many is reasonable to carry?
I think you could, two would be very possible.
Yeah,
All right.
huck a rat at our next enemies.
Cage rat is now
All right.
on my inventory list. How
You've got two of those.
I've got, yes, 2 of them.
Okay.
All right. Boat snack.
What else do we think's going on in this room, guys?
Looks like a factory / lab.
Okay. Are there any
Let's look for secret doors.
potions around or anything?
You can find not necessarily potions per se, but if you spend enough time, you feel like you could gather up enough components to probably create a set of alchemist supplies.
I would love to do that. That's something I've been meaning to ask you, like sidebar, but how one would get into the making of potions and other fancy liquids, which I know is probably hard in a tomb to do, but
It's gonna be challenging, right? Because you do need a fair amount of supplies. The alchemist supplies that you can gather here are a little bit more for on the go activities, but to
On the
really get into
go.
brewing, you're gonna need like a bit of a base. That
For the necromancer on the go.
sure, yeah.
You see tons of tools right everywhere, just tons of tools and components. You feel like you could put together that set of alchemist supplies. You also, as you look around, feel like
If there's any lock-picking tools for Nick, we should probably grab those.
yeah. So you guys look around, you do find enough different components to put together 2 sets of thieves' tools.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's do that for Nick.
All right. Does one of you want to mark that on your sheet as holding that?
I can, I guess. I have a
Yeah.
pretty heavy carrying capacity.
Better to get him too, because he's definitely going to break the first one.
Either that or if somebody else has high decks, they can take the other.
Yeah, hold on a second here. So that should be in the compendium, so I'm just going to drag that over.
Yep. You also find enough stuff that you could put together a set of artisans' tools.
Somebody else want that?
I'll take
I'd love some artisans tools.
What is
Nah.
artisan's tools?
I'm a blacksmith by trade. Does that count as art?
Artisans. Well, so there are different kinds of artisans' tools, and so you guys can kind of choose. I would say that most likely these would be tinker's tools.
Pass.
Love it.
Yeah, that sounds like a jingle thing.
Give it to Jingle.
Or a Zig thing.
Jingle doesn't know what he wants in life.
I'm sorry, but you said different.
So artisans' tools is like a category.
Right,
So
okay.
when you specifically, it's probably going to be a set of tinker's tools.
Okay. What's a tinker? I don't know what that is. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, so that would be for like
Traps, gadgets, bric-a-brac.
It says these tools include items needed to pursue craft or trade proficiency. A set of artisan tools. Each have their separate proficiency, so obviously you need to be proficient in it.
Yeah.
Can we check for secret doors in the room?
Yeah, I think we would be silly to not check for secret doors.
Real
No,
quick,
Everything has secret doors on this floor.
Because you did mention the smithing, you do find enough materials to put together a set of smith's tools, and also a set of mason's tools.
Mason who?
Stonemason.
George Mason.
And that kind of wraps up. As those are the good tools that you're able to pull together, and you see lots of other.
Troy, are you
tools
able to
that-
put the
Rusty.
Smith and Mason tools in my inventory, or should
Yeah,
I
I can.
just remember?
I can do that.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate it.
while that's happening, I'm gonna heal everybody.
Okay.
To full?
No, not full.
Yeah, so there's the full.
Well, I'm not missing that much, but I don't know what his abilities are.
He just does that at will.
Wow, that's two shitty rolls, boys. Well, that's 8. That's 9.
Well, I don't know what his Pearl of Power does. It might do that. For
Gives
all
him
I
an extra.
Mine
stealth
is
level.
all I need. Thank you.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So who is going to do the search for the secret door? You do see, the door you came in through from the south. You also do see a staircase leading up to the west.
All right, so there's only like one wall besides this thing that doesn't have anything on it.
Can you give that 9 to Orvex too? And Zig, you get 9 healing.
To Orvex.
Oh, all right, what's that? I'm sorry.
You get 9 healing.
Oh, I get 9 points.
I healed the whole party for a robust 9 points.
Hey, better than nothing. I've had pretty good rolls with the secret doors. Anybody want to step up on it?
No, that's probably what, perception?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a 9. I'm
I have
pretty
a-
wise.
I have a 1, so you should probably go.
I shall look around. I'll lift my eye patch up so I can look out of 2 eyes.
Hey, what's that?
Yeah, no, I will start searching. Mostly probably against the walls.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check, and if somebody else is helping, with advantage.
I'll help.
You want a fun pirate fact?
Investigation, I'm terrible with, so maybe someone else wants to.
Oh, wait, you said perception, Troy, initially.
I said that, not him.
Oh, okay, sorry. No, I have a 0 in investigation, but I've been rolling
All
pretty
right,
high.
well, whatever.
The pirates, they
Go ahead and roll again.
did have eye patches,
Oh, he
but they
had,
all had
he
eyes
was
underneath. And
Yeah.
they only used them so that their night vision was maintained
Well,
during the day.
The below deck business,
Had
yeah.
to do a night
Yeah.
watch.
Mhm. That's where the rats are.
All right, so you scour the walls, and it all appears to be quite solid. You don't see any other anything that would lead you to believe there are any other entrances or exits besides the one to the south and the one to the west.
I guess go ahead.
That staircase that was down in the corridor to the south, was that going down or up?
That one was going down. There's a spiral
Okay, so
staircase
that might
in
be the
hallway.
descent into the darkness referenced in the clue.
We do have staircases in this room too.
I think the descent
So let's
into
go west first.
the descent into the darkness, I think, actually was the hallway to the north, out in the main corridor, because there was like a giant like pit in that.
Oh, yeah, the pit. The head thingamajigger.
Yeah, I think that's probably that.
Okay. Well,
I
let's
think
go
we're kind of
west.
off the grid here. I think this is
Yeah, I think we're in secret room territory.
yeah.
West then, for sure.
Go ahead. I would say Gaxif, make an insight check.
Ick.
You looking around the room, you feel like given the gear, given what you're looking at, it seems likely to you that these dwarves were not only responsible for making those tomb guardians, but maybe they're the ones that have been helping maintain the traps in the tomb.
Oh. Hey guys, these
Do they
guys
have a map of where those traps are?
seem to be running the show here.
Wait, repeat the thing about the
could
trap.
use that.
What do you find?
It just looks like the gear here is the kind of gear that and it's all consolidated into one room that would be necessary to actually maintain the traps that you've found in this dungeon.
You said there were lots of gears like on the walls. Do the walls itself look like they're part of a mechanism or a machine?
No, it's all loose gears, right? It's all
Okay. Roger.
Gears hanging around like basically
Workshop.
you're in a maintenance shop.
Yeah.
Can I grab a handful of like just some smaller gears and springs? Maybe just like fill a small bag like that big of just like springs and screws and
Sure, I
gears.
would say that'd probably be the equivalent of the Tinkerer's pack. So I don't know
Okay.
if anybody else took that.
Good to know.
But if you,
No, I did take that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Hey,
For posterity, we took all the packs.
random question, webcam purposes here. Can you guys read it like this or like this?
That's
can't see.
regular. I can read that. That is backwards.
Number 2.
That's
like that.
regular.
Okay, cool. Thanks. I'm done.
Yeah, that whole mirror flipping thing is such a mind.
Yeah, because it looks backwards to me, but
Yeah, because it's supposed to look like you're looking in a mirror.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, iPhones and cameras flip it.
Yeah. Okay.
because otherwise you look weird to yourself because you're not
Right.
used to looking at yourself the normal way.
Do they also sit down and reverse it, or
They do.
Hillers, you're always on point with that.
Hiller's and the hip hop references.
Elliot? You know, my childhood influences.
All right.
So I got a question about the device here that was destroyed.
Yep.
And I don't know how much I can gather from it at this point, but the vials of blood, is that something that I can see any kind of reference to in the room where they've had other vials? Is there some marks on the floor? Is there any, like, how did they get big giant vials of blood here? Is there any way
Yeah,
I
and
can see that?
they're like vats, not
Yeah.
just vials. They're vats. They're
Are they hooked into something they filled by pipe?
They were. They're now, so
I
they were
smushed those.
hooked by tubes into the device, but no, it's all self-contained. It's not like there's not like a pipe coming from some other room or something like that. It was a pretty self-contained large device with different components feeding into it, but they're
Now
all
smushed.
now destroyed.
Can I look at the dwarves and see, were they emptying any of their own blood into this? Like, look at their arms maybe, or
Yeah.
You want to see if they have track marks?
Yeah.
So I would go ahead and make a medicine check with disadvantage because they're not in great shape right now, and to kind of determine what damage existed before.
Right. That's a good point. Oh.
Pretty tough. Oh, okay. Look at that. So you look at them and you don't see any evidence that that they were contributing their blood. As a matter of fact, given the kind of undead nature of them, you don't think that would have worked.
all right.
Hey,
Oh
Pete,
boys, this blood must have come from somewhere.
Yeah, man. Evil minions get blood from victims.
Underground.
That's what makes them evil.
Are they blooding the? Are they getting drops of blood from the rats?
Maybe.
Would probably
It's not
mean a few
unreasonable.
more rats than this to get vats of
Not a
blood.
lot of other
I mean,
options
it's
in a
whole-
tomb.
It's a whole room.
If you
of
want vats of
rats.
blood from rats, you usually just press them.
They've got a rat juicer. Yeah.
Squish one rat a day, you probably get a good amount over
Yeah.
time.
Right.
what do you think a rat press costs on the open market?
It's a custom order thing. It gets pricey.
You think you could just like repurpose like a wine press or like?
I think we might be getting off topic here, Phyllis.
Maybe, but this could be the key to everything.
Maybe. Or maybe
Check the
it's
rats for
solution to
track
all.
marks.
Look, I'm looking for business opportunities here in this dungeon.
I mean, we got to buy that boat.
All right.
I love your optimism.
All right.
Are we good
Real
on
quick,
these stairs, or we go back to there's another. I think there's another pathway in the hallway. Isn't there?
before we move on, now, now that I have these alchemist supplies, does that help me figure out all the liquids that are around and maybe,
That would be the kind of thing that would help you if you were. Are you proficient with alchemist supplies?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Why don't you
Shut up.
tell me if you're
I feel like I am, but
Let's look at what
Okay.
your tool proficiencies are. Alchemist kit. No, it is. You are.
why do you
Unless
say
you
that?
just added that. Like it's right there. And tool proficiencies, alchemist kit.
No, if you drag it off the compendium over, that's where it goes. That's where mine went.
Oh, I think he might have dragged that in and not the actual item.
Yeah, that's true. I did that the first time I put the thieves kit. whatever thieves tool.
All right. So if I am, then what does that mean? And if I'm not, what does that mean?
Let me go ahead and add the item for you.
While he's investigating that, gentlemen, I would suggest that standard explorer procedure indicates we should clear one floor before moving up or down.
Agreed.
So rather than head to a stair, I would suggest we move to the next room along.
So alchemist supplies, Mike, would be very useful for instance, identifying a liquid, or if you got a potion and you wanted to know what was in the potion, it would be very helpful for that.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can already identify, right? Maybe you should give that to someone else.
No, I want to be a potion dude.
Okay.
Can't remember where. Is that a background thing? I feel like it's a background thing.
Live your dreams. Only you know your background. I don't talk to you that much. You're weird.
Let's see. What was your background? Your background, cloistered scholar.
Cloistered scholar.
We can figure this out pretty quickly.
General nature religion.
So that seems like a nerd thing. Nerds would probably know about chemicals.
Yeah, no. Okay. No, nothing about alchemist tools. All right.
So I don't think that you actually should have that proficiency. My guess is you drag. Did you drag something on from?
I typed that in. You're talking about the bottom
anyone
left?
does have that proficiency though, so you might as well hang on to them.
Like, look right below passive wisdom.
Yeah, no, I put that in there.
Just now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is something that you would have to have gotten at character creation or like at level up.
Okay.
But still, hang on to them unless somebody else has the proficiency. You might as well.
That's not equipment that goes there, Mike. That's a proficiency.
Yeah.
Like, you can have the equipment without being proficient, and you can have the proficiency without having the equipment.
Okay.
So you've gained the equipment, you have not gained the proficiency.
Okay.
Okay. So what's
Gain
next, guys?
equipment.
Westward?
What do you do?
Are we going to try to take ourselves a long rest in this room now that we know it's like past supper time?
I think we do one more room to make sure we get the full, because with the 24, because otherwise the 24-hour thing is still in effect. That was the whole reason for not taking long rest.
I have
2 hours ago.
basically cantrips and some shit that will not help you guys in the event we need spells.
I've been that way for days.
Well, if we want to get through this floor, the only thing left to do on this floor is to head back to by the genie.
So the two things that I don't have here are, we've got the room with the pentagram on the floor.
Yep.
We've got the ring of something alternate dimensions. We have that room with the with a big green face in the floor, and then we also have a stairwell directly to our south, and it looks like a door. I'm pinging on the map southwest of us, south and then to the west.
Let's just check out the west room and then rest.
West room being the stairs or down?
Not the stairs. We clear out the floor, like, so if there's a room to the west of this room, let's go to that.
That we don't know about. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's where we should go.
Okay, let's do it. So let's make our way that way.
And as we move along, let's have somebody checking for more secret doors, because secret doors are just all akimbo.
Only the wisest amongst us should be looking.
Yeah, I don't apparently roll secret doors. I just got real lucky the last couple times.
Who's leading the pack here?
I guess I'll lead in.
It would be.
Or who wants to lead? Jingle?
It'd be Ketchum usually.
Yeah, let me lead in case what we find is awful, because it might be hard to hit me. And then whoever's behind me should be wise and looking for doors and traps.
Yeah. Who's rolling for door?
Rolling for door? Oh, for looking for secret doors?
Jingle, you want to get at that?
Oh,
you got -1 investigation.
Typically Jeremy
I got the no, I shouldn't be the one looking.
Okay,
So in
I
this
have
case-
1
in
point better
cases-
than you on these.
So in this case, it's going to be perception, not investigation, because you're just kind of
Oh,
looking
okay.
around as you go.
I can just glance around. That I can do.
I have a positive.
I can glance at very broad things, but narrowly not so.
You lose focus.
So
Which
you're
is how
saying
you never noticed a price tag on a ship in your whole
Yeah.
life?
Yeah,
Are you saying you need investigation glasses?
maybe.
Oh,
And Gaxif, are you staying in that room with
No,
them,
I'm
or
rolling
you-
with the group.
You want to move your token with them?
Sure. I guess.
hi. All right.
Jingle bitches.
Okay. So go ahead and make your perception check, Jingle.
Damn,
Be sure to work
dude.
that. Be sure to work that catchphrase while you're doing it there.
Yeah, you do not see any indications of additional secret passageways. You just see a pretty plain door to your west, made of thick wood. You see the spiral staircase descending to your south, and you see the secret entrance to the east that leads to the basin of water.
Do I that torch? There's a torch there on the wall, correct?
There is.
Is there? I'll say, hey Gaxif, take a look at that torch. See if there's anything funny with that, maybe.
It's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I
What
open
do
the
you mean?
door to the
Anything
west.
funny?
No, we're looking for hidden doors and stuff.
I
Like
attempt to
pulling the
open
book on the
door.
shelf. Have you ever watched a movie?
So,
What's a movie?
Ketchum, you notice that there is a bronze plaque embedded in the door. There's something etched into the plaque, but it appears to be written Old Umuan. You attempt to open the door, and it appears to be it doesn't move.
I ask Orvex what the plaque says.
Okay. Urbex comes a little closer, peering around the corner here, and he says, "It says Withers."
Can you repeat that, Troy?
It says Withers. Withers.
Oh Jesus.
Withers.
And you said it was just a door made of wood?
It is a wooden door, correct? It appears to be quite thick.
And it's locked. It doesn't open.
You know,
And
you look a
here
little
we are
closer,
without our
it
rogue.
seems more like it's barred from the other side.
All right, I start smashing the door open.
Okay. All right. So you take your weapons and start to chip away at it.
Start clubbing away.
Okay. Not just a few seconds after that starts, you hear a voice from the other side say, "Stop it! Stop it and go away!"
Okay. I will stop smashing and say, I'd be happy to stop smashing if you could let us in. I think we could have a very productive conversation.
No.
Very well then. I will start smashing again.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? Are they just watching? So everybody else could hear that. Everybody in the hallway could hear that. Are you guys just gonna?
I'm gonna
catch them smash.
I'm gonna wave to Orvex to back up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, get him out of there.
Okay. So he
I'm
backs
gonna
up.
step around the corner.
Okay.
So we all slowly back up. I don't know that guy. Not with
All right.
him.
Gaxith, are you just kind of gonna let Ketchum smash?
Yeah, I'm not telling him not to smash.
Okay. All right.
We
so
don't need too many friendly creatures in here, especially not ones that have an office set up. I mean,
Clerical.
All right,
seriously, I don't care if he's the accounting department, dude. You shouldn't be down here. That's not
There's
okay.
other jobs. I mean, it's a booming economy.
That's not all right. You're culpable.
So
Mhm.
you smash a few more times, and you hear from the other side, "Stop it! I'm trying to work."
You better work at getting that door open, or I'm gonna keep on smashing. And I'll give him about 5 seconds before I start smashing again.
Okay. All right. You start smashing. And let's see. I'm gonna make a perception check on your behalf, Ketchum.
Yes, please.
Ooh,
Okay, you rolled a 15. You hear skittering on the other side of the door. Like I don't know if
All right,
you
I'll
guys can hear
stop
that.
momentarily.
Like a bigger rat?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for Ketchum to tell, but it is yeah, skittering.
Yeah, I'll stop and
multiple things skittering.
I'll reiterate. I'm coming through either way. Best you open up and maybe this can be peaceful.
There's nothing peaceful. You've invaded this tomb.
Well, no one said we shouldn't come in. Are we invading? Let's talk about it.
We were invited by the Lich.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
well,
were told to come. Astererak personally told us to come.
Yes, Master Ararak is looking forward to having you visit all of our wonderful traps. So why
Okay.
don't you move on?
Keep
on
smashing.
and go see some of our delightful mechanisms.
Well, I don't know. There's not any traps in there. 5 seconds, and then comes the smashing.
Okay. Just hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I had some visitors of the 8-year-old kind. All right. He says, "No, that's no need for the smashing. No need for the smashing."
All right then, we'll wait. Open up.
Okay. And so you do hear him. You hear like an old a wooden chair kind of creak as it's pushed away from a desk. And you can barely hear him as he walks over towards the door and starts to open it. And so you can
I'd like to take one step back, maybe like a 5-foot block back while Steve opens it.
Okay. Yep. So he does open the bar, like pulls the bar back. You see him swing the door open, and what you see is he is basically a shriveled corpse. He's wearing moldy robes and a bronze mask, which is sculpted to look like just a big frowny face, effectively.
Nah.
Around his neck, you see a black skull-shaped amulet, and next to him, you see several severed hands crawling about along the floor and his desk. And
I want
we are
one.
going to go ahead and roll initiative because as he sees you, he pushes his hand forth, says some sort of magical incantation in Ancient Omuan, and you see sparks of lightning fly from his hand.
Oh no. Jingle gonna die.
Oh no.
All right, I'll roll your initiative for you, Hillers.
Thank you.
I have a gold frowny cup, by the way, that we pulled from level 1.
Huh.
Sorry, that
That's
initiative was wrong. Like, well, I'll take the one if you.
It was wrong. That was very wrong.
How is it wrong?
Well, I got a orange bar above it. It says no attribute was found for at. Blah,
You
blah,
have
blah.
a +2. You have a +2.
And I rolled a
on your
2, so. So
you
let
should
me
have a 4.
let me do it again. Hang on.
You should have a 4.
So yeah, I have a 4. If you want to give me that, that's fine.
What you did was wrong, and you should feel bad.
No.
That worked a little better.
All right.
Oh, I like how the hands are a very teeny tiny token.
Oh, I mean, I don't think you even had your D20.
I can't even see in there.
I don't even think it rolled a D20 for you. Or did it?
No, on the turn
Oh,
order.
they're there. Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you your 17, Gox. But
I tried to use the. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he is going to get his basically surprise round off on you guys first. And he is going to cast Lightning Bolt at level 5.
Bye.
Wait, can I see him?
Let's see. Yes.
Counter spell.
Yeah.
Counter spell.
I'm gonna counter spell at level 4. I don't have a level 5.
Okay.
That means he rolls a.
I think you actually roll.
Oh.
Yeah, use with your spellcasting ability, which is intelligence, I think.
Right.
So it's going to be a DC 15.
Get it.
Oh,
Oh, that's a save. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
Gaxif with the plays.
is that good?
19.
Did something good happen? Oh, thank God.
24.
Wow.
I rolled actually.
19. It ended up being a 24. All right. So, yeah, the lightning short circuits and
Nice. Very
that was
clutch.
gonna fuck you guys up. So
Yeah, it was. At level 5.
that was gonna be. Let me just tell you what that was gonna be.
Not so
That
fast, my friends.
That would have been fucking devastating. Next
That was gonna
time
be
I'll just
10d6 to catch him and jingle.
Oof.
10d6.
Oh,
Yeah.
A level
At
5.
He gets lightning at 10.
It's a level 3 spell. You get an extra plus 1d6 for every.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
That
wow.
might have done for me. Thank you, Caxis.
I got 22,
Very clutch.
31 health. Yeah, that would have been.
Oh,
The
you
plays.
definitely would have been.
Gax, if it's your turn.
Right. I am going to. I can see him. You said.
Yeah, well, that's how you did the counterspell.
I'm gonna hit him with a whole person then.
Okay. All right, and so does he make one now? Target can make must.
Yeah.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
It is 17.
And let me turn off advantage here.
If that is successful, what does that mean? If
He
he
is.
takes damage, is he active again?
He is paralyzed until his next turn, in which he can make another save to try to get out of it.
Roger.
Yep. Okay. Are you gonna move, or is that the end of your turn?
I'm not going anywhere.
Did you succeed?
Yeah, it succeeded.
Sweet.
All right. So you see these little these humanoid hands. They're full size hands, or normal size hands, but they are attached to no arm. But they crawl along on their fingers
Cousin
out
it.
towards you guys. Let me. I can actually share a handout here. Got a couple handouts.
We've all seen Adam's Family.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, crawling claw. How gross.
Those and
I think being on the fingers all day like that, their nails would be Better.
Amazing.
state.
Man, I love
Yeah.
that artwork. He's just
That
got a
is pretty
horde of
cool.
hands.
all right, so we'll get one of these right here next to Ketchum. One of them is able to slink by since they're so small. All right, so we're gonna get one attack against Jingle here.
Poke him in the balls. Look what's happening.
Yeah, he's just gonna seize the nuts and twist.
What?
Off advantage. He did not have advantage on that. So it was a 22 to hit with a total of 5 damage.
With a total 22 hit, total of 5 damage. Yes,
Yep.
that hits.
Now one of them is going to attack Ketchum and miss. And I think that is going to be the end of their turn. I don't think they can get to the rest of you. Ketchum, it is your turn. To give you a feel for it, you've got a crawling claw to your right. You've got a crawling claw to your left. You've got Withers is 2 people to your left, 2 squares to your left.
What I'd
Inside
like
the
to
room.
do is enter the room, move behind Withers, and hit him twice with my warhammer.
So you're boxed in by these other creatures.
Oh,
The
but they're
hands are small
wait,
enough
hold
to
on.
get
So-
by me, but I can't step over them.
Yeah, that's my question.
You could probably with it's gonna be challenging, but if you wanted to, you could probably try to do some.
You would
acrobatics
take
or
an
athletics.
opportunity attack because you're moving out of his melee range too. If you move past. Forth.
The hands melee range.
Yeah. I mean, he only did
Okay.
5 damage to me, but
Yep, I will do. I will move. My intention is to move into the room and get as close as possible to being behind Withers and hit him twice with my warhammer.
You could so we can potentially get you there into the room. There is currently no square next to Withers that is unoccupied.
No square, not
I
even
can't see
diagonal.
into that room. Like I can't see Withers past the door. I feel like
Yeah, I
it's
think
It's
that-
totally
Yeah.
surrounded.
Oh yeah, let me yeah. Put that up for you guys.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
yes.
Okay,
Okay.
there
All right. That's helpful. Thank you.
Yep. So what is it you want to try and do, Hillers?
Move into the room.
Yep.
Get into sort of a flanky position from behind him, or failing that, somewhere to the diagonal or side of him, and hit him twice with the warhammer.
Okay. So you're probably going to take a couple of opportunity attacks to do this.
Let's do it.
All right. So you managed to kind of run through. You're going to take 2 crawling claw attacks for opportunity attacks. First one does not hit. Second one does not hit. Okay. And you make it into the room. And inside of the room, you see candles dimly illuminating a very cluttered old office. You see a caged bird that appears to be just a skeleton of a bird that's animated, kind of singing raspily at you from one of the corners of the room. You see a wooden writing desk, a tall back chair, anatomical drawings sketched in charcoal hanging along the wall behind the desk. But you can't find, as you battle your way through these hands, you can't find anywhere that you can actually engage with Withers right now. You'd probably have to take out one of the hands to get closer.
Okay. I'll pick a hand near him and wail on that with a warhammer twice.
Okay. All right. So...
Also ask, how is a skeletal raven like a writing desk?
All right.
Just to perplex him.
All right.
His wisdom save should be at disadvantage, pondering that riddle.
Warhammer. Is that the thing I choose here on
Warhammer.
your attack
Yeah,
list?
just standard warhammer, no smite. Yeah.
Okay. You rolled a 9, which misses. You attack again with a 24, which hits, and you're able to squash the hand. It's destroyed.
Step on him.
Do I have movement enough left to move next to Withers now?
You do.
Then that's where I would like to.
Yep, you are there.
Thus ends my turn.
All right. And so with Withers being paralyzed with hold person, he can't do anything, right? He couldn't attack. He couldn't use
No
his
vocal,
ability,
no
couldn't-
somatic, no attack.
Yep, got it. Okay.
Well, he can vocal,
but he
I
does-
think.
Nope. You gotta move your mouth.
Yeah, but he does get a wisdom saving throw. Right?
At the end of his turn, yes.
the end of his turn. Okay. Yep. Just double check that I'm not missing any thingies here. I don't think I am. All right, so he's got his wisdom saving throw coming up. A little
17.
close, but
Yeah.
he does not make
He
it.
rolled a 16, Hillers.
Sweet.
All right, Jingle, you're up.
I think I'm okay here at the moment. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
I'll just do it as a level 1. At that is at what's his name?
Withers.
Withers. Thank you.
You get advantage if you need it.
He does not need it. That's gonna hit.
Yeah. That also grants advantage to the next attack as well. That is radiant damage.
Yep. Okay. Let's see something here. All right, so it hits him, and you can see the damage take hold. It doesn't seem to have done any extra damage by being radiant, but it does. It's clearly damaged his corpse.
All right.
Okay.
See, end of my turn.
Oddman Zig.
All right. Really want to get past this little hand thing here.
Kill it.
Yeah.
I think you can get past it.
You could probably make it to that open space.
Yeah, I'd like to make it to that open space.
Okay.
If you don't take opportunity attack from them, you can get by me.
Yeah, there's no opportunity attack to get there.
Okay. I want to say, so I'm gonna look this guy straight in the eye, and I'm not gonna say much of anything, but I'm gonna open my mouth and hit. Oh wait, that's odd. My character sheet changed. Okay. I have my dragon breath, but it is not on my sheet as a.
Aren't you a turtle? Wouldn't it be turtle breath?
Yeah, but yes. But because of my magic ancestry, I thought it was on my sheet for sure. But anyway, regardless, I'm gonna use that. Unless if somebody remembers if I used it or not.
I've never heard of you using it before. I'm sure I would have noticed you had dragon breath as a turtle.
Yeah, well, that was the comment we made, and we all laughed about it before because it was like Bowser from Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe you did.
Yeah. Shit, I don't know how that got removed.
It's been this same day for approximately 9 months in human time.
Right.
This shit is like Narnia.
Right. It's totally true. Okay. You know what? All right, fine. So, I'm just gonna end up using this instead because we can't really call it. I'm gonna be using Burning Hands, which is essentially the same thing.
Okay.
And I'll do the movements, and the fire in the 15-foot cone comes shooting out.
Okay.
But as I presume that the doorway is blocking it, it's just going to be a 15-foot line of fire.
Can you go ahead and post it?
Yeah. Here, I'm just.
You can read how it works.
Do that so I'm not rolling it accidentally.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna just work as a line.
Well, yeah, you got to let me know because it's a 15-foot cone, but if the door's blocking it, and if not, I'll just take another action. I just need to know your interpretation.
I mean, I assume that what you're attempting to do is not have Ketchum in it.
Yeah,
But
but I
unfortunately,
can stop Ketchum from getting hit if I need to.
Okay. I think you would need to. I think the cone would hit him otherwise.
All right, fine. So I'm using a sorcery point to shape it so it does not hit him.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna roll for it now.
Yep. So it'll catch everybody in it minus Ketchum. Everybody
Yes.
to your west.
Sweet. Get those hands. Melt those fuckers.
Okay. Half as much damage on. All right, it just melts all of the hands.
Yeah.
I
There's
believe
one behind me still.
Yeah. Oh, it's only going to get the ones to your west.
Yeah, but they got removed from the turn order.
Oh shoot.
Well, don't worry about it.
And where were they? Do we remember? They were pretty high up.
They were after me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just call that a 16. All right, and then Withers, I believe, automatically loses the dexterity save, bro. I don't think. he even gets
Oh,
to try.
paralyzed. Good. I don't know.
Yeah, he has no dexterity. He is a plank of wood.
Yeah, where is he gonna dexterity away from? How?
Yep. Okay. Assuming
Wow.
that's the end of your turn, Odman.
Yeah, automatically
Yeah,
fails
gotcha.
strength and dexterity.
Awesome, awesome turn, Zig.
Yay. Ends my turn.
I'm going to Ray of Frost the hand to the west of Jingle, between the two there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for it. That'll do it. Dead.
And then I'm done.
Okay. Do we want to interrogate
Thanks,
the
little
crab?
man.
Okay, it is
Paralyzed.
Ketchum. Ketchum, it is your turn.
Double
There are no more
Warhammer.
hands. It is just Withers. He is paralyzed next to you.
Double Warhammer.
Thing idea
Oh,
there,
wow, we're
Zig.
going right there.
All right. Ketchum. Go. Warhammer 1 is a miss.
Going
Warhammer
for
2.
non-lethal damage if killed.
Okay. Warhammer 2. That hits.
You hit him for 12.
Yeah, hits for 12.
I'm
All
such
right.
a wuss with no spell slots.
Well, it would have been 24, but you missed your first one.
Withers is going to get his saving throw. He does not make it. And it is Jingle's turn.
So
And
I'd like to.
Oh,
I'd
wait,
like
he
to-
gets advantage on those attacks.
Yes, he does. All right, so let's go ahead and
Do the first one again.
do the first one again.
Forgot about that.
Yes.
My bad.
And it would have hit, and so that would have been for another 12 damage, which
Word.
puts Withers down on the ground,
Unconscious.
unconscious.
I step over and with my supreme, navigatory and everything and boat going skills, tie him with some
Boat going.
excellent boat. What the hell do I know about boating and sailing? I'm trying to get through this here.
It's not a
I know about knots,
MVP of that fight, Gaxif. Well done.
Yeah, man.
And also, I'll double check Jingle's knots just to make sure.
Boat going.
Because he remembered
Seafaring.
when his boat going.
Seafaring.
So he is unconscious. You tie him up, and you just leave him on the floor, or what's the plan?
Well, let's wake him up after we've one disarmed him, including of his trinkets, and explored the room.
I say we move him to the side, we close the door, and we all get in here for the moment.
Works for me.
Concur on that as well.
Yep.
Just
So-
throw-
Oh, man, this looks like a great
remind
long
us-
rest spot. Just saying.
Remind us what he had on his person, Troy.
Sure. Yeah. So you take a look at him, and he has these really tattered, gross, moldy robes. He's
Don't
wearing
care
a
about that.
bronze mask that appears to be kind of caked into his flesh. It looks like it would take some effort to pry it off of him, and it's unclear how much damage
Probably
that would
will do later.
Yeah. He does have a black skull-shaped amulet on his chest. It's a very large amulet, but it's tied all around his body with chains. It's not just a single, necklace.
It's a 5-point harness.
It's basically a 5-point harness holding that amulet on.
That's
I would-
interesting. We
I
should
would ask
probably get that
Orvex
off.
to start looking at the books and everything. Get
Yeah.
him going.
Let's check out the room first and then start disarming him of his weird stuff.
Orvex starts to look around, and pretty quickly he's to identify and tell you that this is a treasure trove of historical tomes about Omu and the Tomb of the Nine Gods. And so he's going to continue looking through and seeing what else he can find.
We'll let him know he can take whatever he feels like he wants to carry.
And I would also tell him to be mindful of anything trap related. Maps of places we have a reason to believe there might be such information around.
Clues, anything about this tomb specifically, we want to know.
Great. So he's looking through the bookcases. What else do you guys do? So there's.
You said there was a desk.
Where is this thing over in the corner?
Yeah, I was gonna ask what.
That is the cage that has the skeletal songbird in it.
Oh no.
You're a pirate, Jingle. You want to go?
I'd like to go over and take a look at this
The
bird.
songbird, okay.
Yeah.
He I would describe it as mostly tame. But as you kind of poke around and like look at it, it seems a little on the kind of cantankerous sort. Like doesn't not a happy songbird, but doesn't seem dangerous.
That's a bitchy parrot. That's perfect for you.
Can I get any sense like this thing's there's just nothing in this cage? Because I imagine this thing doesn't eat or therefore poop. It's just this like.
Oh yeah, it's completely barren. There's no
Okay,
newspaper
yeah.
scraps at the bottom. It's just
All right, I'd like to open it up.
All right, you open it up, and
You should definitely have
immediately.
this as a pet.
Immediately, it starts to wave its, flap its wings, and it goes nowhere.
I'd like to put my hand in and give it my finger to perch on.
Okay.
It's gonna bite that finger.
It kind of pecks at your finger for a second. Doesn't really hurt too much. If do you want to keep?
I'll keep going.
There, or...
No, I want to kind of just sit still and.
All right. Eventually, it kind of gives in and crawls, and you can feel its cold bones and sharp talons. It's pretty small, so it can't do any damage. But yeah, you can feel it's just cold bone, and it's on your finger.
I'm gonna kind of stand up and kind of turn towards the group and be, I think I like this little guy.
You gotta have that thing. That's very you.
I'd like to take it and place it on my shoulder.
Okay. It sits up there, and it kind of does a bit of a squawk, but it's just like a dry, like almost like a cat spewing up a hairball kind of sound.
Find out what it likes.
I think right this very second I'm going to keep it right there, but I'm thinking how I'm going to keep this thing long term. So
Yeah.
so right now I'm just going to kind of stand still and communicate with this thing. I want this thing to stay around. So if anybody has, I got to figure out how we got to keep this thing around.
Okay.
I don't know what the skeleton bird's like.
I don't know. It's a good question.
I don't even know what regular birds like. I was in the
Actually,
mountain.
You know what? I'm gonna ask Oddman Zig. I'm gonna ask him to put 2 of those rats together in one cage and toss me the empty cage.
Is it going to be big enough to? Is that bird going to be big enough to fit in that cage? Because
It sounds like it's probably smaller than the big ass rats that were in there.
Well, they were about normal, medium-sized rats.
Rats are big. Songbirds aren't.
7-inch rat is a 7-inch rat. I don't know what you mean.
Is it a metric inch?
It could fit inside the cage. That said, like those cages were.
No, they were
pretty
flat
squat,
cages.
you know?
Okay.
No,
Like-
let it learn to love you, man. It's gonna ride on your shoulder or it won't. When
Well, I will-
offered freedom.
From your experience, most bird cages are tall. That
makes
said, this
sense.
bird doesn't seem to be able to fly. So.
Well, I'm
up
gonna
to you.
take him and I'm gonna put him up in my hat. I'm gonna take my scarf and I'm gonna kind of make him a little bit of a padding up there so he stays so he doesn't
my
bounce
God.
around. I'm gonna
That's
kind of give him a little
adorable.
bit of a spot to kind of hang out up in my hat.
Okay.
That's adorable.
And I'm gonna come up for a name for you, little guy.
All right. What else do you guys do?
I'd like to check out the desk.
Okay. You take a look at the desk, and let's see. There's a few things that you would notice with the desk. Um, there, um, hold on a second. Yep. So on top of the desk, you see a book that's open. It's some sort of technical manual almost. It looks, it's difficult for you to read, but it looks like it's some kind of instruction book.
Well, I'm proficient in several technical arts. Do I understand anything about it?
You do understand the language because it does appear to be written in Dwarven.
Okay.
Um, and as you kind of, it would take you a while to read through and really understand it if you want to spend the time.
I'll take it with me.
Okay, so you pick it up and you take it with you. We'll call it a manual for now. So that's the way
Very well.
I'll add it to your inventory.
Yeah, we'll be checking that out on the rest times.
Manual from Wither's desk. Okay. You also see that the desk has 2 drawers.
Is Jeremy with us?
Jeremy is, but he seems to be a little exhausted from the last battle and
Not really able to investigate the
Can
drawers.
can while they're
You know how women are. He's fixing his hair. It's
while they're searching around, can I kind of step back and ritual cast detect magic?
You can.
I'll wait for
This is
that.
while they're searching around and doing all the things they're doing.
Okay, sure. So you're doing that while Jingle is playing with the bird and Orvex is
Tweet,
reading
tweet.
the books. Yep.
Yes.
So that's gonna take you 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll wait for him to finish before attempting to open the drawers.
Okay.
Maybe if you guys want to talk to the prisoner while I'm doing it.
Well, he's not awake yet, yeah?
He is not.
I'd rather he be
dead.
disarmed of at least his skull thing before we wake him up, if not the mask also.
Well, if you think you want to take that, now's the time before he's awake.
All right. Well, do we have any sort of tools to help break chains?
I have these chain cutter right here in my pocket.
Maybe
When you look at
something
it,
from the
you feel like
from the workshop?
you could get it off of.
All right, let's get
Right,
it
it's
off.
kind of like a backpack, basically.
Let's have it off him then.
Okay. So
Backpack.
It takes you a minute
Don't.
to kind of pull the chains around him and untangle them, but you're able to get it off of him.
All right. Do I know?
Bun the
Would maybe someone, Gaxif, could you figure out what this is? This seems like of some import, but I've never seen anything like it.
He can't see you.
I'm ritual
Can you
casting
hear
right
me?
now. I can't. I'm not responding to you.
Okay. Oh, right on. Okay. Well, I'll just hang on to it until he's done, and then I'll ask him again.
Okay. All right.
I'm just playing with my bird.
Let's see. What about Oddman Zig? Are you doing anything?
I would like to move him away from the door.
That way?
Yeah, maybe even to like on the other side of the desk, just so
Sure.
he's not anywhere near escaping.
Okay.
There we go. So we're going through the shelves, we got the bird, we got the ritual casting. I'd like to start proposing is the door open? Can we close the door?
The door is currently open, so assuming you want to go close it, you close it.
Yes, please.
And you do see a large 2x4 effectively that you could slam down to lock the door in place.
I think
Long
I
rest
have
haven.
some metal baton real quick.
What's that? Sorry.
I'd like to brace it with a metal piton.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got that.
All right, so you kind of bang it into. So you kind of. I would imagine what you would do is you'd take the barricade bar, you'd slide it down into the slots, and then maybe put a baton in place to secure that against the door, so they're both
Right.
kind of welded.
And then
together
on the
properly.
other side, for additional
Hmm.
security.
Into the stone floor.
Yeah.
All right, takes you a few minutes. You gotta kind of maybe borrow Ketchum's warhammer to get it down and crack through the stone, but you're able to do it.
Cool. All right. Door is secured.
All right, I think there was a request for bio, so why don't we take a 5-minute bio?
Yeah.
We can come back.
Roger.
Comeback has
How's
begun.
your game going, Mike? How's your game going, Mike?
Not great.
Are you creeping back
I'm down by 26.
with?
Fourth quarter is just starting.
Oh,
Possible, but extremely unlikely.
improbable. Sorry, man.
Hey, man, my typical season. What can I say?
If your typical season is second, you're doing fine.
Yeah.
Here, just a second. I gotta go talk to the kid.
Good luck. All right, I'm getting another beer.
Yeah, man.
Did you get your kids anything fun for Christmas?
Nothing too crazy. We're doing. Oh God, that would have been great. We got them like a Hot Wheels, like but it's one of those like electronic tracks, where you race cars around on.
Yeah, slot car.
Yeah, pretty much. And then
Nice.
we got my 3-year-old like a 12-inch bike, so she can ride around on something while her older brother is. And then a bunch of little things like he want control robot, like just little stupid stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
And a bunch of clothes and stuff that they won't care about. So.
we got this like bed canopy that's decorated like a rocket ship.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah. So I don't know if I've shared stories about this, but Ziggy is absolutely obsessed with rocket ships. Because of the Falcon Heavy launch that happened earlier this year, we watched it live. And he lost his little child mind when he saw a rocket like take off. And then he's like, "Daddy, play it again." And I was like, "Well, Ziggy, that just happened in real life. I know we were watching it from my phone, but like, I bet we could find other rocket launches online." And that was like really the worst suggestion I think I ever could have done. because I now know that there are compilations of every rocket launch going back to 2009 internationally, and I now know by the countdowns which one we're watching.
Right.
But yeah, he's rocket obsessed. Every time there's like a rocket launch, we watch it, and it's super cool. We talk all about space all the time and point out things in the sky when we see them. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah. So he'll love that.
Yeah, we
Turn
hope
his
that
bed
he
into a
loves it.
rocket ship. Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, he's been asking for a rocket bed, and we're like, "What the hell is a rocket bed?" So I looked up what we could do about it, and short of getting like a bed frame that was in the shape of a rocket, which we're not about.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna go grab that beer real quick.
All right.
Dude, I'm eating that pulled pork that I had to put in real late the other night.
Oh yeah, pretty good.
Really good.
We got some downstairs that Sarah made in the crock pot. Threw like a pork shoulder in there for the day, and once it was done, just shredded it up. We don't have a smoker or anything, so.
I only have the cheapest one you can buy at Lowe's.
Right.
But it makes smoke. It's all electric. It's just kind of stupid proof.
Yeah.
But it is a pain in the ass.
Was at a guy's place in London. He had the green egg thing.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was awesome.
Yeah.
Those things are not. Those are for like hardcore barbecue and grill guys. Like they're at the top of the line, and you mess it up at all.
I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Okay. You heading out?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you in a few.
If you guys are good with it, I'm okay with taking an extended break. I'm eating as well. We can wait for Hillers.
Sure.
That's fine. Yeah, those eggs, like the idea of doing it without, like mine's just electric. It's like an oven. I just go boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
I want this temperature and this for this long. But like those eggs, man, you have to have charcoal running and keep it at an exactly, like check that shit every. It's way too much work.
And they get super hot.
Mm-hmm.
For people who is like smoking is like what you do. It's like it's like a hobby, And I'm like, I don't have room for another hobby right now, and like I don't want to give up any, So.
What kind of hobby?
One's pretty good though.
Smoking meat.
Oh God, that's a rabbit hole that I don't have time to go down.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Tyreek Hill is hurt.
I would go so overboard.
Yeah.
I have 2 4-pound briskets in my freezer right now.
And it's delicious. Like if you do it right, it's so good. Like smoking meat, but
I've gotten jerky down well. Pork shoulders, kind of a easy, really kind of hard to fuck up type of thing. I haven't gone too extreme. I want to get the cold smoker attachment so I can do fish and cheese.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Some smoked Gouda.
You drink bourbon?
Like smoked Gouda to me is like the best. Smoked any kind of cheese.
Yeah.
Smoked Gouda, bro.
Or nuts. I want to actually smoke nuts. I've heard that's actually really easy and quick. And
smoked nuts
almonds,
are nuts.
Smoked almonds are so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, do you drink bourbon?
I do.
Take trays of water, smoke the trays of water, then make ice out of it.
I went to a restaurant recently that did that. They put a little charcoal, or they put a little thing of I think it was apple wood under the glass, lit it, smoked the glass, put the smoked ice inside, and then it was rye. It was the Baltimore's rye. The hell's the guy who does it? The Underarm guys.
It's so good. It's funny because
have a plank.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hiller said, we're taking a little bit longer break. Hiller said he's going to be right back in about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. So Hillers and Nick and I, and for those of you who know Zach.
Yep. Yeah, who knows Zach?
We played Gloomhaven on Thursday night, and we got into a discussion about making crystal clear ice. And Hillers was like, bullshit, I don't give a shit. And then we were like showing pictures of like the crystal clear ice we made. And like Nick and I are like, seriously, when you have crystal clear ice in a giant cube, it steps up your beverage to a whole nother level.
It's silly, but it really does.
No, it sounds so preposterous. And then you get one and you're like, oh, this is fancy.
Yeah, because it's in like a sphere or something like that. You're like, oh my God, that's why this is $13.
Right. It's like you get ice in the glass. It's like whatever. You get a massive cube that looks like it's made of crystal, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's really silly, but it absolutely does.
Yeah, it's really hard to make ice like that. By the way, if you haven't tried.
I understand you have to do it like in a cooler inside of another cooler inside the freezer or something like that.
So I have a because of the brewing, I have a very highly calibrated digital set point controller for one of my refrigerators, and I had to set it at 31.5 degrees and let it freeze over 2.5 days.
Yeah.
And what happens is basically you're cooling it very slowly from one side, so it pushes all the air out as it freezes.
I think that's what I saw. It was because they put it in a little cooler instead of a bigger cooler, basically inside the freezer.
Yeah. So it takes a very long time to do it. Yeah, that's the whole point. And if it does it evenly from all sides, it traps the air internally.
What does this
So
create?
crystal clear ice.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll send a picture of some of the stuff I made.
This is just gonna be clear.
It's yeah,
Just
it's way more impressive
a
than
white
that.
GIF.
It sounds like we were just saying, like it sounds
I don't
preposterous.
know that I've ever seen it. Like that's.
Yeah, they put it in a lot of brown liquor drinks nowadays.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm on Hiller's side. Like I really don't give a crap. But
no, you don't until you kind of go someplace and you order a drink because you're like, I'm here, I gotta order something. And it's $13. You're like, wow,
nice little cocktail. Yeah.
that cube is really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, this game ain't working out for me. Oh well.
Is this your championship?
Yeah.
So you're still in the money then, right?
Yeah, I've made some money this year, but I don't. At this point, it's 15 seasons. I don't give a shit about the money. Like, I just want to win one. Like that's all. Just, I'd give. I honestly.
How many
would,
championships does this?
I would give Roscoe the money if he would give me the trophy base. Like if somehow we could make that work out, or I could beat him. Like, and I'd give him.
Well, you're within 23, so
Like I said, it's possible, but not probable. But extremely improbable, really, at this point.
If you had Aaron Rodgers,
all right, those cubes.
I'd have won. Yeah,
that's a
you would have won.
So Troy, that's a 2-inch cube, just to give
Yeah.
you an idea of how big that is.
Yeah, I have like a tray for making the big cubes.
Yeah, 42 plus 21. 42 minus 17 is 25.
Sure.
So add 25 to my score, right?
Yeah, you'd be winning.
I'd be winning.
Yeah,
fucking enraged
That
me.
hurts. You Hillers, can I be the one to tell Hillers that?
No, he knows. Honestly, that's not even a decision that's not even a decision I thought about though. Like
you shouldn't have. You should.
Yeah.
Hey, Andy, I shared my ice in the.
Yeah, I see it. That's cool.
Oh, did you share it?
Yeah.
Oh, that does look cool. How
Right?
does that happen?
Very, very slow freezing.
Oh, okay.
And because my kegerator has the chill plate on the bottom, what I did was I put it at like 31.5 degrees and then put that ice cube tray on the bottom of the kegerator. And so like it basically froze from the bottom up.
So one question is, does it actually look any different when it's in the liquid?
Yeah, it's like you have a giant chunk of glass in your.
It's quasi-transparent. It like gives you different focal planes of light kind of jumping on it. It's pretty cool.
Good use of quasi.
Good look.
Yeah.
It semi disappears.
Here, images online. I mean, it looks photoshopped, right? Like here, in fact, here's one. This is here. I'll copy the link for that. Copy address. That's, I mean, it looks like it's a 3D graphic, right? Like it doesn't look like it should be real.
Yeah.
But
okay, that's pretty cool.
And there's something about having like super clear ice. Actually, here's another one where it basically it disappears, and this is kind of what it looks like too.
I was gonna say there's not a lot of liquid in that one. Yeah,
I swear
there you
by
go.
the big cubes. The big cubes are...
the big cubes are they're clutch.
Big cubes are great.
Yeah.
That was it was the best $6 purchase on Amazon I've made in a very long time.
Yeah, the big cube tray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're making a nice cocktail, man.
For like everything, like glass of water, big cube. Doesn't matter.
So what I started doing with those, I got
glass of water.
I got the 1-inch cube trays, which are nice for like, if you want to get like a mediocre one. And then I got the 2 1/4, whatever that big one is that I shared with you. and I'll just go make batches of them. I'll crack them out and I'll put them into a Ziploc bag, so that way I've got like a ton stocked up. It's just nice to have. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a YouTube video about how to make clear ice spheres. This looks...
Yeah, I was gonna send this. It's
What is
No,
that?
there's not a lot of bars in Roanoke where you can go and get like really nice,
Oh,
nice,
the ice press? Oh yeah, I've seen this.
like really nice cocktails, and so there's one we really like where they make the drinks like this, where they spend their time making them, and it's like this little kind of tiny speakeasy deal, and
Nice.
We go there, whenever we can, and it's really great.
What's the name of it?
Called Stellina.
Huh.
Like,
oh, notice how that ice ball maker starts with like super clear ice.
You can skip to about 1 minute and 10 seconds in if you want to get to the good part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes pretty slow.
There's a tremendous amount of energy to create that because those the aluminum plates get very hot. Yeah, it looks like a glass marble. I was at a place in Georgetown that made those on the spot for the cocktails.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, oh, this is a very expensive toy you guys have, isn't it?
yeah.
So I'd like to remind everybody real quick that we barricaded ourselves inside of a guy who kept company with severed hands who's still alive.
Yeah, but we're going to take shifts. We're not going to... Oh.
He could very well be made of hands.
Have we not talked to him yet?
Hey, there he is.
We were
waiting for you, man. We took a bio, so we just took a little bit longer one.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're not really able to hear you very well right now, Chris.
I heard you breathe.
Are you in your car?
Yeah, I'm in my car.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go.
I'm on my way home. Yeah.
All right, so I'll say about this point, Gaxeth, you've finished your identification spell.
Detect magic.
Oh, detect magic. That's right. All right. So detect magic. You do detect some magic. Specifically, you detect magic coming from the amulet, as well as you detect some enchantment coming from within one of the drawers of the desk.
What kind of magic? What kind of magic from the amulet?
From the amulet, it's also enchantment.
Any magic from the bird?
Well, the kind keeping it alive, presumably.
Yeah. I would love to know what that is.
Be necromancy.
Some necromancy.
Necromancy. Okay. Thank you.
Which drawer? Like one on the desk?
Correct. One of the two drawers on the desk.
Okay.
Can you tell which one?
Yes, I can. Can I use my mage hand to open it?
Yes. Yeah. So you pull it open.
Nice.
And within there you see a translucent, fist-sized gray stone.
Okay.
Oh, that could be the jewel too. You know, doesn't have to be that necklace.
The one that we throw at the frog, is that it?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll pick it up with the mage hand.
Only the jewel contained the frog, yeah.
And then I'm gonna kind of hover that in front of the guy who's tied up.
Okay.
And just kind of keep it there until he wakes up, basically. Maybe about 5 feet away.
All right, you do that. And while you're doing that, Orvex mentions that he's found something that he thinks you should all see, and so he shows it to you. It's an excerpt from one of the journals that Withers kept. And so does somebody want to volunteer to read this for Hillers so he can hear what it says?
The master returns with a marvelous gift, a cast-off creation of the gods, dead and yet not. The all-seeing is blind to its existence, and the mother of illusions looks past it. Sweet irony. The master hopes to raise the creature to power by glutting it on souls. The master has brought the Sown sisters here to nurse it and to help build the device needed to feed it. As for me, I am only saddened that my studies shall one day come to an end. I owe the master much for the time he has given me. I can only work harder in the little time that remains for this world.
So are we talking about like those? Remember those witch sisters?
Yep.
Yeah, those are the
That's
Sown
That's the
sisters.
Sown sisters.
Yeah, we gotta kill them. They gotta go,
The
man.
master is raising a creature to.
And they're talking about the device they need to feed it. If that's the soulmonger,
That's the
then
soulmonger. He's using the
is there to
soulmonger. He's
feed
using the.
something.
He's using the soulmonger. There is a creature in here. We are in here with something big.
The soulmonger isn't even the prime objective. That's just the
Get out! Get out! Everybody, get out!
that's just the nursing bottle for whatever he's cooking up.
Yeah.
Guys, you should look at it the other way around. It's locked in here with us.
Oh.
Get out!
Old Rorschach.
Don't go through that door.
I don't look at it that way. Having been recently drowned in wine, I think we should take it very seriously.
Also, I would say by this point, Ketram, you would have had a chance to read through the manual, and you would now know that it is a manual of clay golems. And I'll post,
Clay golems. And
post a
what
link here.
does the manual tell me?
Fuck a bunch of clay golems. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, if they've got one laying around, maybe we can use it.
It gives you the information and incantations necessary to make a clay golem.
Okay. Could I make one with the stuff we have now?
You could start, but it is a long process.
Okay, let me know when I have enough like material.
So it costs roughly 65,000 gold and 30.
55,000.
No, 65, and that's going to my boat. So
Yeah, this isn't happening. All right, so what do we want to ask this guy when he wakes up?
No, but it's good. It's good that we know. We can sell that probably. Going into the garage, by the way, so I might lose you guys.
All right, what do we want to ask this guy when he wakes up?
what he's researching,
Who do
what's
you
the
work
creature?
for?
What
Who
is
does
your
number
name?
2 work for?
What is your quest?
Yeah, find out what that jewel is.
What is your favorite color?
Yeah, what the jewel? I'm with Hillers. What's the jewel?
What's
And
the
what the machine
amulet?
is feeding.
Okay. And where are the Sown sisters, maybe?
And the amulet he's wearing. Was wearing.
All those.
Okay. Do you want to wake him up now, or do we want to keep investigating, looking
Now's
around?
as good a time as any.
All right.
Well, yeah. Well, hold on. Are we going to try to rest and keep an eye on him in shifts? Or are we going to wake him up and decide?
I think we have to wake him up, talk to him,
Wake him
Kill
up,
him?
talk to him,
Kill
and
him.
then finish him if we need to.
then we
Okay.
can rest.
All right. Let's do it.
He's at 1 hit point. I mean, all right. Who wants to poke him?
I poke him.
Okay, and so do you guys have him sitting on the ground next to the desk, or do you put him up on the desk? Like, as of right now, I think he's on the
let's
ground
have
next to
him
the desk.
on the ground, facing the wall.
Back to the wall.
What's
Sitting
that?
up
You
on
could
the
probably put him
ground.
in this corner with his back to the wall.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Okay. So who's gonna wake him up?
I will wake him up.
All right. Okay, so you poke him and prod him, and he kind of snaps to after a second of being prodded, and he struggles against his bindings, and he gives up pretty quickly, and he just kind of slumps down in a huff.
Hello.
Hi.
He kind of ignores you. He kind of looks around his office, looks at each of you, looks at the door, kind of assessing the situation. Looks down, at his chest, and you've taken it.
That's not all we took. Look in front of you. And there's the thing floating in front of him.
He chuckles. You won't even know what to do with that.
Why don't you tell us?
We will when you
why
tell
should
us.
I don't feel particularly inclined to tell you anything. Why don't you just stumble along and try it on what you can, and I'm sure that you'll meet interesting beings along the way and encounter fun opportunities to see what my master has prepared for you.
That's one way we could go. If we do that, though, you will not be around anymore. So, if you want to help us figure this out, we might actually let you hang around and stay in your nice little office here.
I see no way that you're going to let me live at this point.
We're very nice people. We're here to actually stop the death curse. We're here to stop the dying, not create more dying.
You can't stop it. Look how weak you are. My master, Sir Arak, has been around for centuries, perhaps millennia longer than you. Far too powerful. You have no choice, no chance at all.
What is it that you want?
Me?
No, the other guy we're interrogating.
Well, I study. I study, and I have studied for now hundreds of years, thanks to my master's gift.
And to what end?
The end of knowledge. Knowledge is a means and an end. My master has granted me more time to gain more knowledge. But that time is coming to an end soon, regardless of what you do, so be on with it. If you must kill me, do it now.
Well, if it doesn't matter anymore, why don't you tell us about the beast that the master is trying to feed?
Beast? It is no beast. It is a child.
Whose child? Where is the child from? Where's the child coming from? What child are you talking about?
It's not a human child. It's a child of the gods, perhaps, or the cosmos. I do not know how a being such as it is created. I can tell you it's not of this world. But we will feed this world to it, and, well, it should be wonderful to see what it grows into.
Well, what's the end game then? It can't end well for you.
Hello?
Oh no, I will perish along with the rest of you. That's true.
Wow, sounds pretty great for you.
Oh,
I've
boy.
lived. And he kind of pulls up
We
his
got a
arm.
true believer here.
Yeah, you can see his shriveled corpse body. I've lived long beyond my natural years already. All things must come to an end.
And where are the Stone Sisters? What are they doing to help feed this child?
You know the sisters. Oh,
We knew one of them. We did.
I shouldn't
didn't.
tell you,
We never did.
but they have quite a surprise in store. They'll see you down below. Don't worry, they know you're here.
You're pretty worthless to us. You haven't told us anything really. We met one of the Stone Sisters. We killed her already. We'll kill the other two as well. I mean, it's.
Could I get a quick
Wasn't
recap
actually you that
on what they actually told us?
Nothing.
He hasn't
So
told
is
us
nothing.
anything. He said.
Nothing about the jewel. Nothing
No.
about the sisters.
No.
Nothing about the creature.
He's gonna die either way, so he's not telling us a thing.
He didn't tell us anything about the
I don't
thing
think we have any way
hanging.
to turn him.
He basically said, "You guys don't even know what to do with it." He said, "They're not raising a beast or anything. They're actually trying to summon a child."
Oh God, that
They
can't
have
be
it.
good.
Let's see. It's not-
Or they're trying to feed a child, basically.
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
that's not great.
No, creepy children are the worst.
No, that's the worst thing that it
yeah.
could be.
Okay.
And then that's kind of where we picked up, really. We're trying to figure out a way to motivate this guy. I'm not real sure what he wants, though.
Did you start cutting into him yet, or?
No, he doesn't give a shit about.
Well, he's undead.
He's undead. What are you gonna offer the guy?
Start ripping that mask off. Maybe that'll freak him out a bit.
Go for it.
Okay. I'll. Do I have a crowbar?
You could probably fashion something together from one of your packs to do
Yeah.
that.
All I need is a basic lever. It doesn't even need to be a crowbar. It just needs to be like a piece of slag iron. I'd be like, all right, well, we never know. This frowny mask might be of use, so guess we'll go to work on that one. Unless you have anything else to offer, in which case, maybe we won't need it. And then
kind of backs up more against the wall.
Oh, hold on. I want to show him my frowny cup and ask him if he knows what this is.
Ah, the frowny cup.
Yeah, I have in one of the other rooms up. I got a gold frowning cup, and I believe it was in the treasure chest in the cave.
Treasure chest in the cave.
I was in the water.
Oh, right. He tells you he does not know that.
Huh.
He says, "No, I don't know what that bauble is. That's not of interest to me."
I thought it looked a lot like you.
Who are the trolls that we dealt with?
Trolls?
Or the dwarves? I'm sorry, the dwarves that we dealt with in the factory. What were they up to?
Oh, those are my staff. It takes a lot of work to keep Master Arasarak's mechanisms in working order.
Nope, that's upside down.
Huh. Well, they were your staff. They're gone now.
Oh, there's always more of them. I've seen you encounter some of our mechanisms already through my scrying pool, and there's even more interesting ones ahead of you.
Yeah, how's that going for you?
Fine.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah.
Yes. I see. Perhaps I will die soon, but
Well,
I suspect you will not be far behind me.
You'll die again soon, but yeah. That all depends on this conversation, I guess.
Isn't there any other way you could serve your master? You don't want to live one more day to find out if you could be useful?
Well, what is it you propose? Yes,
well,
I suppose my master would prefer that I continue maintaining these mechanisms. So if you'll allow me to finish continue my studies and continue maintaining his traps, then be on with it. Go on and head down below.
If they fall into disarray, that's very unuseful to him. You seem quite certain that we'll die anyway. So you might as well prove that your information is more valuable to us than letting you live and keep maintaining mechanisms that may very well kill us.
What is it you wish to know that would be worth my life?
How many levels are there in this place?
For one, to start as an appetizer.
You have several more levels to descend before you can meet the master.
Obviously.
Several? So you don't know then, I guess? You don't really know how many levels there are?
Yes. No, this is the second of our six.
Yeah, we know that. Thank you for that information. You don't really know though, do you? That's
six. You just said six.
He knows.
Oh, okay.
He just said six.
Sorry, I was talking. I didn't.
You were.
When you speak, your ears don't work. That's what I tell my children all the time. So.
Sort of not true.
And yet you don't, and yet you don't listen when you say that. Ironic.
Thanks. Okay.
Well, that's very helpful. What sort of traps could we expect to encounter down there? We already know about the Great Lake and the Room of Gears.
I've given you some information. Now it's time for me. How many of these questions shall I have to answer before you let me free?
Another 5, please.
Yeah, 5. And let's confer.
Questions.
Let's confer.
Very well. 5 more questions it shall be.
All right. And if we don't think we get a full answer out of you, your life is forfeit.
I would like you to draw out a map of the traps.
That's not a question.
Please, could you draw out a map of the traps?
That's a yes or no question.
No, it doesn't have to be a yes or no question. We didn't say that.
But I'm just
Don't
saying.
repeat it too much.
Jeopardy. This is what is a map of
What
these
is a what is a map of traps?
Why don't you just tell me what the...
I can do better than that. I can show them to you.
Should we keep him on a leash?
Okay, that's question 1.
No, I already answered question 1. This was question 2.
Oh, could you? Yeah. That's the thing. He answered it extremely literally. Yeah, maybe we should keep him with us until such time as we need a question answered that we really need answered.
All right.
Yeah.
You think he's really going to answer our questions honestly?
Well, if he doesn't, we'll smash his paid in.
I would
You
like
can
to
always-
suggest we smash his face in now.
So you can always keep in mind one of the mechanisms of D&D. You can try to gauge the truthfulness of somebody using, for example, an insight check.
Who has the best insight?
I don't think I have very good insight.
Odd and Zig, you probably
Me.
do because it's
I
charisma
have a
based
9.
and you're a sorcerer.
It would
Oh,
be, it would be the
wisdom.
cleric.
I have a 9.
I mean, I have an okay insight. It's a +4, and I have a proficiency.
Yeah, Troy. Just for the future, my insight is wisdom based.
Oh,
Mine's too,
maybe yeah, okay, yeah.
Everyone's is. It's a wisdom-based stat.
It is, but I have a proficiency, so it's a 4. If anyone has higher than 4.
I have a 9.
Jingo has a 9.
Well, then why are you doing this?
I would like to.
He
I would
only
like
said
to
that
be
like 4
intimidating,
times.
though. I have very high intimidation, but we'll save that for later.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we have anything to necessarily check at this point. Other
Could
than
he
if he could.
could he show it to us, Jingle? Do you think?
Yeah,
You wanna... Yeah, you think he's being legit with you?
I give the thumbs up.
Do
The
you-
nod.
do you
The
think,
sir. Yeah,
he might be so legit he won't quit.
that's not a question, is it?
Gentlemen,
No, I'm just postulating here.
can we...
Okay, I basically threw out the number 5 so that we all had like a go at some questions, but I've got nothing else really on him.
Well, I mean, if he can, we should, and if he knows of them, we should try to.
Tell us what these gems and
No,
amulet are.
no. Wait, let maybe we can figure that out on our own. Like, if he knows about all the traps for 6 levels down, well, maybe we should find out which ones the deadliest ones are, and inquire as to their solutions. Right? Because I mean, like, we've mostly cleared the things on this floor, I think. Right? But there's 4 more levels, and he knows about all of them. So
This is true. How do we frame that?
something to keep in mind.
I don't trust this guy at all. I don't want to
think I
deal
want
with
him
him. I think he's a variable we don't need. I think
want him dead.
All right. Well, let's ask 4 more questions. Take them with a grain of salt, and go about our business.
He could be the anti.
Let 3 more questions, right? And then smash his dome in.
He could be the anti-Orvex. Like, he could be the guy who knows all the things about here, and we already carry Orvex. Right?
Orvex reads the plaques for us, but
I don't think Orvex is going to stab me in the back with a severed hand.
No, yeah. This guy's obviously not on our side.
This
Well-
party only met Orvex in this tomb, right?
He's a
Outside the
feeble
gym.
old man.
Just outside. Just
Yeah.
outside.
He
We've
was
only
killed
known
with a
him for
lightning
less
bolt.
than an hour.
Yeah,
but-
but he's
It's
been
about
extremely
a day.
helpful.
Also, we
And-
can
and, you
we
know,
can
he's
look at
tried to
Orvex
fight
and
our
see he's not much of a threat physically, or like he's.
And he's tried to fight our enemies when he's been up against a wall too.
as opposed to the skeleton hand guy.
Well, I'm fine with any of the questions about either the traps or the gems.
Yeah, I don't know how
Somebody
to
ask
phrase
him.
them properly.
Gax, if you
but-
can go ahead and ask them. Keep it from one voice.
There's a room with levers, switches, looking out over another one. Which lever should be pulled there?
So he tells you, oh, the revolving room. Ah, you've seen this. How? Of course, you must have walked by the scrying pool.
We know lots of things.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's only one lever in the revolving room. It's one of my staff will pull it as soon as you enter into the room below. Don't worry, we won't forget. So if the answer to your question is if there's only one lever, so I suppose pull that lever if you ever have the opportunity.
See. Okay, well, I botched that one. Anyone have any other thoughts? Thought there were multiple levers. So.
I still stick. What? Tell us about these gems and your amulet.
There you go.
That's a good one.
So gems plural. Do you which?
Well,
gem
the gem. Excuse me, the gem.
from his
The
desk?
gray from gem from this desk.
He tells you, very dangerous. I hope that you try to use it. We have a guest that's been bound to this level for a very long time in Nang Nang's tomb. You'll find a circle of salt.
That's what's in the salt circle.
Keeping our guest here, and well, that stone, in theory, can help control it. I suggest you go try.
Maybe with our last question.
Truthful.
You do.
Maybe with our last question, we'll ask what he plans to do if we let him go.
Oh, you
I don't
got
really
stopped
care,
on
'cause I
the
still want him
half-yard
dead.
line.
So, Ketchum, do you ask that question?
I'm hearing general approval, so yes.
Okay. He says, well, as you see, I have many tomes of knowledge here, and always getting more as I find newer tomes in the packs of dead adventurers. And I will continue my studies until this world comes to an end, which I suspect we have perhaps weeks at best. And I suppose once the traps have killed you, I'll go back and reset them and make sure they're in working order for anyone else who comes through.
All right. So that doesn't sound like he's a threat. That means we've got one more question. Providing, that was a truthful answer. It means we've got one more.
He's not going to give us.
He's not an immediate threat to us.
He's not going to give us any sort of maps or hints. It doesn't feel like he's just like pretty whatever about us.
He's answering your questions.
Yeah, he is.
True.
So we need to come up with a question that will be of maximum use to us. Now that we know that he won't kill us, we won't be violating our word if we let him answer his last question and then let him go. If we don't want to let him go, then we shouldn't ask our last question. We should kill him now. Dwarven law is very strict.
So we've already gone through he won't tell us, won't give us a map, but he said he'd show us where these traps are.
No, he said he knew where they were and all about them. He didn't say
he offered to show you.
Yeah, he did offer to show us. That's what I said. He was going to be, he's like the anti-Orvex.
Oh, okay. Well, we want to keep him around till he shows us the next one and then let him go?
Maybe.
Gentlemen?
Yeah, we'll give him one chance.
We asked him about, hold on, we asked him about the gray orb. We didn't find out what his amulet.
Yes,
ask
true.
him?
I did. I asked about the gem and the amulet.
Wait, hang on. So he's already offered to show us the other traps.
So Jingle asked him about his possessions.
The gem and the amulet. Okay, so he answered about the gem, and then he says about the amulet. The amulet helps me with the scrying pool. It makes sure that as I look through it, nothing else looks back at me.
Oh.
I would like to ask Ketchum for said amulet.
Hand it to Jingle.
Thank you.
Who's got that gem?
That seems really important.
It's in it's being floated. You mean the gray orb?
The gray orb, yeah.
It's being floated in front of him still, I believe, by the mage hand.
Mage hand, yep.
All right. I know it's a fiend in that circle, and so presuming we're gonna rest before we head out there, I'll I'll hang on to the orb if no one has any objections.
All right.
Because if it is a fiend and it comes for me, it will not come for me very shortly afterwards.
Okay. So this is it. We got one more question. He's offered to go show us the what's up.
Let's keep
I
him
feel
around
like
till the next
we should
trap.
keep him around for a little bit and then ask that question later because we did say 5 questions. So
Yeah, yep.
all right, that's my
right.
stance.
We're holding to our deal. You'll come with us. We'll have our 5th question in time. If you think you might die before you get a chance to answer it, feel free to volunteer any information, although we won't have asked you.
Well, I didn't say I would go with you. I said I would show you.
Well, doesn't mean you're being given much choice, do you? I mean,
I can use the scrying pool to show you. This is where I work. I don't leave these quarters. Come with me to the scrying pool, and I shall show you a trap of your choice.
Trap of our choice.
Help
You
you
said
to
the
understand.
traps.
How about the trap that's killed the most adventurers
That's a good one.
and how to solve it?
That's probably going to be one of the first ones.
How about the thing
The
with
one he's most proud of.
the thing with the
Show the one he's
gears-
most proud of. It's probably going to be the most difficult one.
the gears in the lake. That was what they were showing us before.
We don't know that that's a trap, though.
It probably is.
Ask for his most proud one. It'll be the most difficult one, I bet you.
I'm with
Very
you.
well. Very well. Yes, I accept. Yes, let's go to the scrying pool.
Okay.
Oh wait. First, can I look in that left drawer, the other drawer, the one without the orb?
Yeah, you look in that drawer and you just find more papers in Wither's handwriting. Shuffling through them, nothing looks memorable.
Very well. All right, to the pool.
All right. Is one of you kind of walking him over?
We also have to unbar the door because we barricaded ourselves in here.
Oh yeah.
He can show us in the morning.
It's true.
All right, let's tie him up. Put something in his mouth.
Sure.
You
Okay,
know?
so you find you get some wad of cloth, and you find that it's actually pretty hard to do because he's got this bronze mask on, so you gotta kind of like stuff it
Into the
through.
tiny hole.
But you
Can we
eventually
take
get it
the
in
mask
there.
off?
No,
I thought
it's
Hiller's
welded
did.
to his face.
He threatened to, but he didn't do it. It would be it's kind of welded to him effectively.
It'd be like very damaging to him to do that. Yeah. Come back, spell slots. Yay!
All right, so you guys are taking a long rest.
Yes, please. We're doing. I imagine we have to do it in shifts of some variety. Because we got to watch him, right?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna use this opportunity to level up.
Whoa!
Whoa!
All right.
Hachi mama! I wasn't even
Level
I'm
prepared.
gonna have to research what the next level is. I'm not
I
prepared.
know.
It's like Christmas. It's a Christmas early,
It's
boys.
a Christmas miracle.
God.
I'm 9
is
points
that?
down, guys.
get-
I'm just saying. I'm 9 points down.
Don't do this to yourself.
I know it. Oh.
Quit it, Mike. Just play the game for now, okay? Just play the game for now. Do yourself a favor. Huh?
I needed 60. I need roughly 60. I've got 53 from my guys right now. Oh my god.
Mike, play the game. You're supposed to be leveling up. That's a win you know you have.
I don't have this win. Yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna win this game.
So figure out what happens to you when you go up to what are we, 9?
10.
10.
10? Oh, that's gotta be
What
good.
does that mean for hit points? And
It means
We roll a hit die and you gain
or you can take your average,
average.
the median plus 1.
but do we our
plus
HP
your
go up
Constitution modifier.
when we do that?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's how that works.
So I have a D10 hit die. So I will take a 6 plus my Constitution modifier of 3 to add 9 to my current score. So I'm now 85.
Wait. So you took the maximum on your hit die plus your
No,
Constitution?
you don't have to roll. You can take median plus 1, add your Constitution modifier, and that at every level. You can take a standard.
Right. So I would be able to get a
Amount.
maximum of 6.
What is your hit die?
1d6.
Oh, d6. So you would be at a 4 plus your Constitution modifier.
Does leveling up restore your health pool?
It does. Plus the long rest. The long rest does.
Oh,
yeah,
we're doing long rest. That's right.
The leveling up just increases your max.
Yeah. So we're long resting here too. Okay.
And it's going to go up. And you'll also gain whatever health your maximum health by as well. So if you got 5 extra HP, your max goes up by 5, and your health goes up. And then your long rest kicks in for additional healing.
What's your health up to, healers?
85.
Damn.
I'm at 83.
I know.
I'm at 63. You guys.
I'm at 87.
Pretty jacked.
Well, I don't have a 97 AC, so.
I'm at 80. Hillers, I'm at 87. So.
Jeez.
But I get to do casty things, so that's fun.
A 17 AC. You know, if I carry a shield, that
Mine's a 16 AC.
Yeah, I'm never gonna need that 85 because I've got a 21 AC. So
I'm a 16, and I can plus 2 with magic. I can plus 2 to that.
How did you get 16?
Because I'm not wearing heavy armor, and I don't have a,
Okay.
I have a shield.
I get
but
no extra spell slots, but I do get an aura of courage. Let's find out what that is, because that's gonna help you guys more.
I get a fun one.
Starting at 10th level, you and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you can't be frightened while you are conscious. Okay. Well, that's what I get, I guess. That's
Sorcerer level 5 spell. What can I get?
That's literally it. We can't be frightened. You're all courageous now.
Huzzah.
Ooh, I can create a vegetable matter monster.
I don't mind telling you guys that this is the second to last level up of this module. Only one more level up left.
I also get meta magic, which I've got to research on. So Troy, are we effectively done? Because
I don't
we're
think
all
so.
leveling? What's
I would
that?
say
No, we could do a couple more things. A couple little
okay,
chores.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because it's like some of these things like choosing new spells and some other stuff.
Well,
reserve some of that for personal time.
Yeah, I mean, we probably, I mean, we might not be in another like big fight, right?
If there's another big fight, we'll pause it and we'll actually execute the fight next week.
Okay.
All
right. So we've taken our rest.
Morning comes back around, or what you estimate to be morning, and you guys kind of wake back up and maybe grab some rations out of your pack. You know, have a quick meal.
Can't believe that's the only thing I get.
Withers, throughout the watches, he never slept. He remained alert, with his little rag stuffed in his mouth, and it's time to go. What do you do?
I'm gonna unbarricade the door.
Okay. You open back up and you look in the hallway, and the torch is still lit and empty.
I think we're going to the scry pool, right?
Yeah. So Withers kind of is still bound, but I would imagine he's able to kind of scooch himself up the wall to a standing position. Are his feet bound, or can he walk?
I don't think we.
Ketchum can carry him.
Okay, I'll carry him.
Okay. So you guys all head to the scrying pool with him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Ketchum, so you're in there with Withers next to you. Orvex comes in. Where are the rest of you guys?
I will
follow
go
the group.
Okay. You want to move your token, Mike? Yeah. All right.
Also, can I cast Mage Armor now that it's a new day?
Sure. Yep. You cast Mage Armor. Great.
Oh wait, how many charges did my my mace get back?
Let's see how that works.
Oh, I have a question too when you're done with that.
Yep.
Usually it's a dice roll at the beginning of the day.
Roll a d3, Chris.
Come on, 3. Shit. Okay. Good to know.
What was the other question?
During that long rest, would I have had time to play with my new amulet that I got from the Papazotl?
Yes, you would have had time to identify that. So let's see here. I can tell you what that is.
Amulet of Health.
Wow.
I will wear it.
Okay.
You got to attune, yo.
I have room to attune.
All right. So you've got that one.
And I'm sorry, what did you say the manual was about?
A manual of the clay golem.
Oh, how to make one. Yeah, I'm sure that's worth something to somebody. Yeah.
But it would be a long-term project to actually make.
Now here's a question:
Sure,
do I
sure.
get that +1, that difference in my roll for my maximum HP? Would I have gotten that?
And it's actually retroactive, so you get it for all prior levels.
So that would
if
be
you
an
take
extra.
it off, you lose it.
So that would be basically an extra 10 HP then. Because it'd be 1 per. No, it would be 1 per. All right, I'll text you and try to figure out how to retroactively figure that out.
Got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Meryl. It's official.
Yep.
Anyways.
All right. So what do you guys do?
Oh, we're gonna have him show us the stuff, right?
The goods. Show me the goods, man.
Yeah, we're gonna his proudest the trap he's most proud of, and how to circumvent it.
All right. Says, well, I will show you, and you'll understand how it works. I don't know if there's much of a way to circumvent it. Well, I suppose there's one way. I'll show it to you, and then you'll understand. I'm the most proud of this one because it has killed the most adventurers. It kills them all the time. It is fantastic. It's very nefarious. You'll see. I'll show you in the scrying pool here.
Yeah, I'd like to eagerly ask him and encourage him to feel really excited about telling us about it.
So I will need my amulet.
I will hook it around one of his chains.
Okay. So he peers into the pool, and the water starts to swirl, and as it swirls, you see kind of from a top-down perspective, you see a room half filled with rotting corpses. You see protruding from one wall of this room a large green devil's face. You see a sconce above that face holding a flickering torch. As you continue to watch it, you see a monster, a grotesque, bulbous creature with 3 legs. It has these weird stalks coming out of its back. This thing's large, probably 10 feet tall, stepping on these mashed up corpses. It kind of stumbles along and kind of just gnaws on some of it. The Withers tells you, this is the oubliette. The way you end up here is by attempting to teleport. any teleportation from anywhere within the tomb, and you arrive into Oubliette and you meet our Otiog here. Who's a bit of a little pet. He's one of our favorites here. And well, I will tell you that there is a lever inside of the devil face there. If you were to find yourself in this room, you could pull on that lever, and you would be able to safely leave it. But as you can see from the corpses, that's most adventurers do not have that time. So how do you circumvent this? Well, quite simply, you can't. If I suppose the best way is to never teleport from within the tomb. There's no way to circumvent that. There's only one method of teleportation that's allowed. And he looks down at his amulet and he says, and it's this amulet, as a matter of fact.
Snatch the amulet away!
Reach for the amulet.
He's gone.
Fuck.
He got us. That's turnabout's fair play.
Yeah. I have a feeling we're gonna see old Withers again soon.
Yeah, that's probably gonna haunt
Did he
us,
cast a
but I
spell
mean-
to do that?
Not really. He basically used the amulet.
He used the amulet. God.
I still got that fucker's bird though.
It's a feature of the amulet. It actually has a bunch of features.
Son of a bitch.
Not all of them you guys would have loved.
We were holding it. Damn it. All right. Well, it's not nothing. We know not to, especially for you, Gex, and for me actually. I've got Misty Step. I'll be disabling that.
That's not
Misty
a teleport.
Misty
No,
Step is
that's not a
really
teleport.
teleportation.
Is it not?
You turn to mist, travel, turn back.
Okay.
Human.
It's not a teleport.
It's not a teleport.
Right.
You guys have Misty stepped within this tomb. I looked it
Yeah,
up.
I
It
have.
Doesn't send you to the Oubliette.
Okay. Okay.
That was one of the first spells I cast in here, actually.
That's good. Good to know. All right. All right.
But
Well-
I would suggest that's probably where we should leave it for.
That wasn't nothing. Yeah. Next time, maybe we should head down the stairs over here.
So you got stairs to the left
Well,
going down.
wait a
You got
second.
stairs to the right going down.
In the workshop up there.
Yeah, you've got stairs going up from the workshop.
Oh,
Oh, those
okay.
ones go up.
Okay.
Hmm.
And then we've got the orb for what we think is that whatever's inside the salt circle.
That's true.
Okay.